I snap into consciousness and find myself running through a dark, endless forest. I'm being chased, probably by the devil himself. I haven't seen him yet, but I know he's right behind me. I can feel him. My heart is pounding against my temple. I feel stitches all over my chest already. I can barely see in front of me, but I have to keep moving.
Where are you running to?
Stay away from me.
You are only going in circles, you know.
Every path only leads right back to me. Shut up! Stay back!
So, which way now? What's the matter? Can't decide? Well, you can't stop. If you slow down, I might get you.
His voice was venomous and it came in like a whisper in my ear. He was close. He was playing with me. I noticed a faint light. There seems to be a clearing up ahead, or at least something bright coming out from behind those trees. Good thing, too. The cramps in my abdomen are getting unbearable, and I'm nearly out of breath. The trees part before me to reveal. What the? What the hell is this? I'm standing in a hall full of mirrors. There must be hundreds. And impossibly, I appear reflected in every single one of them. I wipe the sweat off my forehead and try to catch my breath with immense effort. Somehow, this is all beginning to feel a little familiar after all. I don't remember when I've been here, but I know it was a very long time ago. I'm having trouble adjusting to the space in here. It feels as though the mirrors would close in on me if I dared to look away. I tried sliding my hand across them, hoping it would lead me to a pathway. But every corner I think might be an opening only turns out to be another mirror. I wasn't meant to get out of here.
You stopped running. Well, that's not very smart, is it?
I could tell his voice was coming from somewhere close by, but all I could see was reflections of myself, getting more nervous. Enough of your games. Why don't you just show yourself? My words echoed back and forth through the space, ricocheting off the mirrors. 1,000 Sams were either staring at or away from me. They were all searching for their tormentor, and they all looked very worried.
I'll bet it feels nostalgic in here, doesn't it?
The direction his voice was coming from kept changing like he was moving around, but he was nowhere in sight.
You're weak, Sam. You are going to fail. And when you do, I will be there.
His words now felt like they were spoken right into my ear, from inches away. There was nothing there. Who the hell are you?
Who am I? I am offended. You don't recognize me. You really have forgotten, haven't you? But you'll remember my name, won't you? Richard Brave.
No, you're not real.
Not real? And you think you are? I've been watching you your whole life. Don't tell me I'm not real. You sad man. Let me know if this feels real to you, Sam. Come, give us a hug.
His arms broke through the mirror in front of me, sending shards of glass flying all around. Before I knew it, his hands were locked around my neck like a vice. I was helpless. I couldn't remove them. I was suffocating.
You'll remember me next time, won't you? I am never far behind.
I sit up in bed. It's 6 a.m. The alarm is blaring through my room. I shut it off with an involuntary flick of the hand. then drop back down and rest a minute, thinking. I'm not what you would call well rested this morning. I wish I could say this was unusual, but it isn't. Something isn't quite right in my head. It's like something important is just on the tip of my tongue. Something I keep missing and can't quite figure out. I felt this way for a long while now. I could never remember my dreams, but I think I've been having especially bad ones lately. As soon as I awaken, they instantly vanish in a fog, and only this deep-rooted tension remains. I can't understand the source of my torment, but every night is the same, and every morning I wake in a cold sweat like this. I get out of bed and go through my morning routine. Rinse, spit, shower, dry. I put on a fresh outfit and take a look at myself. Sometimes I feel like I'm looking at a stranger in the mirror. I feel myself melting through the floors and become absorbed by them, inanimate. Something to be used, walked on. Not a person, at least not a whole one. Pieces are missing. Some I lost and are gone forever. Some I'll never even know should be there. Is this all just from the stress of being overworked, or is it something else? My name is Sam Nichols, defense attorney at Klein & Associates. I may as well ruin the surprise. I am the sole associate still working with the firm. We took several large losses at no small expense, one after the other. Just about everyone jumped ship before becoming associated with that firm. I stayed. Call me sympathetic. My boss, Harry Klein, has been an important mentor to me my entire adult life. He's an attorney, but he is not a shark. He's one of the rare good ones. I couldn't stand back and watch everything he's worked for burn to the ground. We have one last big case the outcome of everything may hinge on. There is no room for failure now. So get it together, Sam. A waitress shuffles past us. The aroma of bacon and fries and the white noise of background chatter fill the air. I sit across from my boss, Harry Klein, at the neighborhood diner. It's our go-to place for a particularly hearty lunch to help with the long hours ahead. We've been waiting a short while for the waitress to come take our order. I haven't seen this waitress before. She seems a little inexperienced. I try to get her attention, but she's taken someone's order. She knows we're here. She'll come by when she's ready. Maybe she does look a little familiar. Not sure where from, though. Harry seems worn out. It hurts me seeing him like this, so I try to be as supportive as I can, while avoiding direct eye contact.
I've been getting this rash on my thigh. I never had it before. Probably stress-related.
Emily is a good woman to have. How is she doing these days?
She's writing a second novel now. It's a murder mystery. She'll read it to me once she finishes a chapter. It's actually not bad at all. It's called Pandora's Hurricane. I'll give you a signed copy once it's published.
I'm sure that will be worth a lot one day. Wow, what a change. He completely brightened up. Man, I can't wait to eat something. I skipped breakfast this morning. What are you getting?
I'll probably go for the chicken. Where is that waitress? Just saw her. Oh, there she is. Excuse me. Can we order here?
He was shouting. I gave an indiscernible cringe. I can't fault him. He is under a great deal of stress. But it's not my preferred method of getting someone's attention. With a start, the waitress realizes we can no longer be ignored and nods her way towards us. The waitress seems to still be getting the hang of things here. She nearly spilled half a glass full of water on me as she came to take our order. She promptly apologized, and I laughed it off. Harry seemed to be judging her, though. She whips out a pencil and a pad of paper.
I'm sorry it took a while. It gets pretty busy around here this time. Do you know what you'd like? Today's special is the seafood Swiss cheese pasta, and it comes with a drink. Choice of pop, coffee, or tea.
Her voice seems carefree, but pleasant. Harry is intrigued with the offer we just received, and wastes no time asking for the special. I was suspicious of it, however. Recording his order, she now turns her gaze towards me. I knew what I wanted. I think I'll go for that special as well. I couldn't have normal food and let Harry contend with what was likely going to be a horrendous meal on his own. I decided to bite the bullet. Who knows, though? I would love to be proven wrong.
Okay, and it comes with a drink. What would you like?
Just water is fine.
Great. Is that everything?
May I ask what your name is?
It's Allie.
She hesitated for a moment, but answered with what could pass for a smile. I don't mean to seem odd, but you know, I can't shake this feeling that I've seen you somewhere before. Without even glancing, out of the corner of my eye, I could tell that Harry was suddenly wearing a huge grin on his face. The waitress looked at me, seemingly indecisive about whether or not to be annoyed with my remark, or how else to take it.
I never heard that one before.
Alright, I guess that's a fair point. Maybe I'm wrong, but I could have sworn. I trailed off casually and hoped she'd forget this part of our encounter.
Is that everything?
My name is Sam Nichols. Just now, my associate and I were discussing how to bring one of the largest, most evil corporations in the world down to its knees. Harry nodded approvingly when she skeptically glanced over to him.
Is that right?
That's right. You know Pigeon Group, don't you?
Pigeon? As in the chocolate company?
Sure. They're so innocent. I'll tell you what. Remember this face. Sam Nichols. This time next year, mine will be a household name. Like Dean Strang or Jerry Buting.
Dean who?
Well, you'll see. Anyway, Harry was almost turning red from trying to stifle his laughter.
Is that everything?
Her hair was dyed a deep purple with hints of cobalt. It's a powerful fashion statement, I suppose. I take a customary glance at the menu. I'm well acquainted with it, of course. There's an adequate burger, a spicy chicken sandwich. There's always the vegetarian option if you don't want to feel overly stuffed. And that rotating daily special. She looks a little distracted. I would guess she's around my age, no more than a few years younger. There really is something familiar about her. Maybe she's related to someone I know. She is quite attractive, and with her dyed hair has that artsy hipster thing going. I wouldn't really know what to call it. I suspect she was suppressing an underlying attitude to make a good impression. You could say it's just my imagination, but I am an expert at reading people.
Is that everything? Is that everything? Is that everything?
That's all, thank you.
Okay, it'll be just a few minutes.
Smooth, buddy. real smooth.
He seems to be chuckling to himself. It was the king himself, the rock and roll god, one of the most iconic personas to ever come from our country, set in a reflective steel print. It has more of an impact in the evening time, when the marquee bulbs go on. There's a kid sitting a ways across from me watching videos on his phone and playing with his food. He's laughing hysterically. The kitchen was busy. The dishes were piling up. The cook was sweating bullets. I was sure at least some of it wound up in the food. That's 3rd Avenue. We're in the heart of Seattle. I'm reminded of something Andy Warhol once said. It goes something like, you can be looking at an ad for Coke and know that the president drinks Coke, and the homeless man on the street drinks Coke. And you can drink Coke too. A Coke is a Coke, and no amount of money can get you a better Coke than the one the homeless man drinks. All Cokes are the same, and all Cokes are good. The kitchen was busy. You gotta love old Louis Armstrong. One of the greatest, his music defines an era. That's 3rd Avenue. Harry seems to have perked up a little now that we knew our food was on the way. I was getting pretty hungry myself.
Mark Twain said to succeed in life, you need 2 things: ignorance and confidence. I always thought there was something to